Oh my god, it's the end of the X-Men as we know it! But then again, I think we all know that's not really true.
I'm in love with a hero. I'm in love with the one who will...
Hello comic book people of the world, it is Wednesday, that means it's comic book day. Let me show you what I got this week. First up, I got Marvel Tales featuring Venom issue number 1. This isn't really a new comic book, it's really just a collection of past stories in the Marvel Universe. In this instance, it's featuring Venom, or the Venom symbiote. It was entertaining reading some of these classic stories, but it's not exactly essential if you've already read these stories in the past. Batman Detective Comics issue 996. This is a countdown to issue number 1000. Batman is on the hunt to whoever it is that injured Alfred. So he beats the crap out of everyone in Arkham, hoping to get some information from them. It's a bit of an odd story, and it goes from several different locations, including Paris, and then North Korea, where it still doesn't exactly answer any real questions. At this point, I'm really just on board to see how this is going to lead into issue number 1000. Fantastic Four issue number 6, Herald of Doom Part 1. Dr. Doom is in charge of Latveria again. Unfortunately, Galactus is starting to do his whole Earth-munching thing. The Fantastic Four obviously tries to help out, but the character Zora, who I think is going by the name Victorious, stops them. She was given superpowers by Dr. Doom, and of course he has another plan up his sleeve as well. But the Galactus threat is still there, and it looks like this is going to be leading into the next issue. Transformers Historia. This is from the IDW universe. This isn't really a comic book, it's more of a collection of all of the history of the IDW universe Transformer. It is pretty darn detailed as it goes all the way to the very beginning of Cybertronian life, up until the end of this universe, which from what I'm reading online, it looks as though the Transformers universe is going to be rebooted once again. So if you were curious about anything that happened in the IDW universe with the Transformers, this book will cover all the major points. Speaking of the IDW universe, Ghostbusters 2020 one-shot. Did anyone else see that little teaser that there's going to be a Ghostbusters 3 coming out? I'm super stoked about that. Regardless though, this story is just two minor stories having to do with the Sanctum of Slime team and the original Ghostbusters. The Sanctum of Slime team is more like a part-time team that's working for the original Ghostbusters. The two stories really don't interact with each other in any way. However, the second story may lead into a big event having to do with what happened at the events of Ghostbusters Part 2. So for that, I thought it was interesting. Finally, Uncanny XMen issue number 10, Disassembled Conclusion. Nate Gray, also known as X-Man, recently absorbed the powers of Legion, or they combined their bodies together. Regardless of that though, their powers together made them almost unstoppable. And X-Man is trying to make the world a better place for mutants. So Jean Grey recruited all the X-Men everywhere to try to take him down. Unfortunately though, he was so powerful, he just eliminated all of them. Or did he? This isn't the first time we've had some sort of huge apocalyptic event, in some instances erasing all of reality. However, the Age of X-Men is going to be the next big storyline in the X-Men comics. There's also a mutant vaccine that's being pushed by the government that essentially eliminates the mutant gene within any children. So it had a very dark, bleak feel at the end of this, as if the mutants are going to be completely wiped out. But again, are they though? And I know some people are over this kind of story being told, but I am curious as to how the next storyline is going to be played out, with all of the X-Men either remembering their past or being in another universe or something else altogether that we haven't seen. Although the final page of this does let us know that Cyclops is returned back from the dead. But what is he going to do with all of the X-Men gone? Is he going to start up a new team? I have purposely avoided a lot of spoilers for the upcoming storyline, so I don't really know a lot about it as of yet. But that's my comic load for this week. What did you guys read? Leave comments down below and let me know. With that, thank you guys for watching me in this video. If you haven't done it yet, check out my Patreon site, check out my social media sites, my websites, and everything else out there. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
He's a prominent figure.
With Ghostbusters, I know a lot of fans were not happy with the rebooted movie that came out, but I personally thought it was really enjoyable. I mean, I liked it all the way from beginning to end. It wasn't as great as the original Ghostbuster movies, but I don't think it really deserves all the hate that so many people give it. In fact, I've seen that a lot of people hate it without even seeing it too, so at least see the movie first before you say it's incredibly bad.